kind of condition those front quads and our thighs. So bend the knees, elbows in, hands out. Just give me a little bit of 2 steps to the side, back and forth. Give yourself a little bit of a circling motion. So just go 1 small circle around. A little bit of, when you're doing this is the first time you do it, make sure that you're not crossing your feet. You're shuffling. So if I go right, step right and just shuffle. Give me 1 full circle to the right. And then we go left. 1 full circle to the left. Keep the knees bent. Excellent work. Ease yourself down to the floor. Tuck your knees into your chest. Roll back and forth. Very good. From here, shoot the hips up, foot behind the knee, and then lock down. Triangles. Begin. Excellent. Plant your feet, bridges over your shoulder, touch the mat with the fingertips. Begin if you haven't already. Very nice. From here, let's shrimp in place. So shoot those hips out towards your back. Recover, plant the feet, shoot the hips out towards the back. Back and forth. Let's see what we got. Continue going. Let's see how we're doing here. There you go, Chon. Nice hit. Nariam looking good, buddy. Very good. LeBlanc family looking sharp. Miss Angelica, very good. There you go, team. Excellent work, team. Then from here, remember, feet and knees together. You're going to go up, twist one way, then hips up, twist the other way. Alternating sides, up and twist. Shoot the hips up, twist, alternate. You coming by, making sure if I can do any critique or if you do it good. There you go, Chon, Mariam, Angelica, very good. LeBlanc family, looking sharp. Go, everybody, keep your feet and knees together. Shoot the hips up and twist. There you go, a little bit higher. Shoot those hips up a little bit higher. Very nice, team. Get our seated position, face the screen, facing me, basically. Get your feet in S-mount position right here. One knee down, other foot facing out. Swing the feet in front, side to side. If you have to use your hands for support, that's perfectly okay. But eventually aim to do it without hands. If you haven't begun, go ahead and do so. Go. Side to side. Very good. Kick out drill. So start with the outside leg. We're going to kick and hold. Tuck in, kick and hold. S-mount to the other side. So kick, kick, S-mount. Kick, kick, S-mount. Ready? Begin if you haven't already. Go. Kick out drill. There you go, LeBlanc family. Start with the outside leg. Okay, do it together. So the one that's on the outside, you're going to kick and hold. Go ahead, kick and hold. Tuck that one in, kick the other one. Then S-mount to the other side. Very good. So we always start with the outside foot. Ready, kick, kick, S-mount. Kick, kick, S-mounts. Couple more seconds, guys. 5 seconds. Very good. And break. One knee down, one knee up. Rock yourself forward. Hip bump drill. Alternating sides. If all you can do is just one side, that's perfectly okay. There we go. One knee down, one knee up. Good. Right here, LeBlanc family, don't go S-mount. We're just one knee down, one knee up, rock forward. And then right back to that seated position. Just focus on one side for right now. There you go. That's better. Yes. Good. Up. Got 5 on this side. Good. Keep going. Once you get comfortable with that, then you can switch sides. Time. Very good, guys. Simulate like you're in mounted position. We're on top of our opponent. We're just going to set up the angle. So pretend like if I had a partner, I'm pushing on their chest and I'm swinging one knee down, one knee up to put myself in position for mounted arm bar. So I would swing, one knee up, one knee down, swing, back, and forth. Ready? Begin if you haven't already. Keep it going, guys. Very good. Lay on your back. So cross your feet. Simulate like you're reaching up for a collar choke, and then you're pulling it down. So always shoulders down and coming up. Ready? On my count, let's go for 20. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lay on your back. All right. You guys lay down. You can see me. That's fine. But right here, when you're on your back, I want you to go side to side with your head to loosen up your neck. So ears touch your shoulders while you're in the laying position. Very good. Head up and down like you're saying yes. Very good. Sit up from here. Open up your hands. Start slow. Build up the strength in our grips. So spread those fingers out as far as you can. And squeeze. Slow. Okay, go fast. In and out. Open it up and then close it as quick as you can. Then go slow. You should feel your hand burning. Fast. Slow. Beautiful job. From here, S-mount position, we're going to kick the mouth. So when you do the kick the mouth, remember, we're going to, step 1, come to the one knee. Then you're going to kick your hand, come back, and then restart back in that S-mount position you did. Then we go to the other side. So it's knee, kick, knee, S-mount, switch sides. All right, let's do the first one together. Ready? Knee. Good. Kick. Back to knee. S mount. Switch sides. Ready, knee, kick, knee, S mount, switch sides, knee, kick, knee, S mount, switch sides. Last one together, here we go. Knee, kick, knee, S mount, on your own now. Go. Flow it together. Keep going, see what we got here. There you go, John. Very good. Taking a look at you guys. Nariam, Angelica, LeBlanc family. There you go, guys. Yep. Knee, kick, knee, S mount. There you go, Big Phil. Excellent work. All right, time from here. Take a knee. We're going to, nice and easy, pretend like we're shooting on a single leg. We're going to pretend like we're chopping behind somebody's knee here. And then we switch to the other side. So from your knee, you're doing a chop. It's like I'm doing a small pivot to the other side. So whenever my knee comes down here, I pivot my feet to where now I'm facing the opposite direction. Knee, pivot, knee, pivot. Nice and easy. I don't want you to bang your knee on the floor. I see quite a few of us have some mats. If we don't have a mat, just go nice and easy. Controlled, pivot, knee, shoot and pivot, knee, shoot and pivot. Continue going. There you go, Angelica. Nice. There you go, Chon. Very good, guys. Then come back to your feet. Modify your grappling stance. So bend the knees slightly. You have your hands in front. All right. So I just want you to stay in your general area. I just want you to work on dropping your level. Bend the knees like you're about to get underneath somebody's arms. So we're just right here in our area, just dropping our levels. Dropping our levels. Lowering our levels. Keep it going. At your pace now. Lower that level. Shuffle side to side. You can add some circling. And then lower that level. Circle. Lower that level. Very good. Those of you that know how to simulate a shot, you can go ahead and follow through with safety. Don't bang your knee on the floor. You have to make a modification, just do a step. It's perfectly fine. Continue, guys, continue. About 20 more seconds. And time. So now we can take it back down to the ground. I want to implement some of the passing defensive drills that Professor Travis was having us do. And this is something that will really help boost your game and your defense when somebody's passing, to where you have that frame. Remember, don't reach out, they'll get past. So keep those elbows tucked in, and it's like we're circling one way, then circle the other way, flip sides. Actually, we'll flip sides after we do the left side first. So be sure you're on your left side. All right, I want you to circle one way, keep it tight. Then circle the other way. If you haven't begun, lay on your side and go ahead and begin. Circle one way. Try not to be flat, stay on that side. Very good, team, very good. We got Carlos joining us. What's going on, Carlos? Ten more seconds, and then our last drill will be on the right side. Keep going, keep going. Don't let them pass, don't let them pass. Simulate like you're defending somebody trying to pass your legs. And switch, go to the right side now. Remember, guys, don't reach out fully with your hands. Keep it tight. Simulate like somebody's trying to pass those legs, and you got to get that frame. All right, go. Go one way. Then circle the other direction. Keep in your defense. About 20 more seconds, guys. Keep going. Finish strong. Finish strong. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Excellent work, team.
Okay, guys. So let's get this going here. All right. So I want to take a few ideas that we've been working the last few days with the close guard set up to the triangle and apply those movements to just a couple of other attacks from the close guard. So real simple ideas, but I'm willing to bet that some of you, although you probably use these movements, maybe haven't thought about it. It just happened kind of organically over time. I think that, you know, this idea is like not always something, not necessarily something I was taught. I just sort of figured it out. And then it helps when you can see it from the beginning. But the drill that Professor Todd showed earlier, and we did it with the triangle choke the other day, the drill where you're kind of coming up and turning the hips, right? When we do that turn, let me see real quick for like the triangle. We do that turn when we hit the triangle. We kind of turn like this, and I twist a little to break that posture down, right? So that little turn of my hips sort of gives me that angle for the finish. And then Angie had a question about, you know, when they kind of sit back in posture, and we talked about twisting the hips to knock the person over. So this real basic idea has a lot of function and application to how we control and manage posture. So I want to talk about that a little bit. And then I want to look at a kind of natural progression, which is when my opponent stands up. So really, when passing the close guard, the person on top, if they can't break load, there's a good chance they're going to stand up. I need to know how to react to that. So let's talk about this just for a moment here. Like close guard. All right. So typically, if I want to break the posture right here, he's pretty strong to push against me, right? So hold your posture strong. Yeah, and if I'm pulling, yeah, this can be difficult. I can do things like breaking grips and moving arms across and pulling in. But many times when I pull, I actually want to pull my knees in and twist. Let's say I break this grip, pulling and twisting. So look what I did. Just this little movement. Are we good with the behavior? This little movement with my hip here. Even if Professor Todd manages to posture back up, he's not. Go ahead, all the way. He doesn't quite get what he wants because my weight is off to the side. Okay, so this concept, just that same drill that you guys drilled earlier, that lifting the hips and twisting, you're going to use this very often. You're going to use it when breaking the posture, because breaking the posture straight down like this is fine. But if I just hold right here, he's going to be strong enough to work his way back up. But let's say I do a quick posture break and now I move off to the side. Whether I adjust my hips or I just do a quick bounce. Now look at my angle. I don't know if you guys can tell, but because my weight is off to the side, I've applied weight at an angle, shifted his weight to the side, and now I can grip and hold and control here. Now when he tries to posture up, very different. And by the way, this is great for setting up what we were working yesterday, the triangle choke, because you have angles of attack. Okay, so now let me take that to another situation, back just a little bit, which is where they are standing. Okay, because if we'll come back to the close, if I stay here for for a while and I'm threatening, right? My guard's pretty solid, and he feels that he's not able to break my legs open, there's a chance he's going to start to stand. Okay, and as he stands, right now there's pressure on my legs, and it becomes more difficult to break the posture down. So what I can apply to this is this same type of twisting motion, but with a hook of the leg. So that's very subtle. It's hard to kind of see what I'm doing, but with what my knees are doing, are pulling in, and my hips are moving out, right? So I'm really engaging like my full torso and my side to counter their posture, pulling in and twisting. The reason I grab the leg is to create a stronger angle. So when I feel that I'm starting to lose it, the moment they start to stand, right? And I want to try to hook the leg that stands first, I'll go here. Now, maybe I pull him right down, but maybe I just keep him within attacking range. You see this? So he's trying to posture up, but I'm holding here. And what this allows me to do is walk up and start to find my armbar, right? And if the armbar, if he pulls his arm kind of free from the armbar, then I have my omoplata. If he comes back into me, now we're back to the triangle. If he does manage to kind of like posture up tall, let's go back to the closed guard, like right here. If he really fights it, then I have my, we call the muscle sweep, right? I'm just pushing him over. Shanja Ribeiro plays this game a lot. And it's like, he does this to world-class, high-level champion black belts. And it's sort of simple in nature in that everyone, once you've been training for a few weeks, you can probably name all those attacks. Oh, I know the armbar, and I know the triangle choke, and I know that basic sweep. But yet, when caught in it, the magic, the advanced part of that is how you use the turning of the hips and the timing at which you do it, okay? So this drill that you guys have been doing, where you come up and twist, right? And now I can do this like twisting and crunching in also. It's really like a way to do the drill. You know how, like as an exercise, we might do crunches or we might do reverse crunches. So now do reverse crunches where you kind of move yourself like over and over again. So you're hitting that sort of side. And imagine like the visualization of what you're doing if you're doing this without a partner is breaking down posture, okay? So again, from a low guard, we're always playing different games, securing different grips. Maybe it's a collar sleeve, perhaps a 2-on-1, right? And 2-on-1 has the advantage. I don't have the same posture break, but I'm probably gonna break this grip. And see, now I can turn to the side. And what do I have here? Again, when he tries to posture up, very difficult. I have the grip, access to start going to the back and hitting my choke, right? So my ability to not stay square and to try to relate this to another concept that we said, if I get my guard passed, I want to be on my side, right? I don't want to have my hips flat. Well, it's the same thing. I don't want my hips flat where he can put his hands like right where he wants them and pin me. And now it's like, no, start moving, right? Move and then break posture. And if he's quick to the stand up, like watch it, let's go kind of slowly, but imagine like this is a slow motion version of a fast fight. As he's standing, I have to recognize, oh, right here. This is about to change everything that I'm able to do once he gets to his feet. But there's a moment where I can react right there. You see what I'm doing with my leg? Right there, and I can use this to pull me closer. Now as he stands up, it's even more difficult. See? And now I can even adjust. And now I can make the climb. And this angle right here is very difficult to escape from because there's posture that's broken, right? There's because of the weight on the back, there's an angle that I've created where I trap the shoulder, and then I just transition to here. So I've secured the leg. This makes it very difficult to stand tall at this angle, right? And I hold here. This is actually in self-defense when somebody wants to slam you, right? If you're in a self-defense situation and he tries to pick me up right now, it's almost impossible. He's probably going to fall before he lifts me off the ground. Okay, so that's the concept that I wanted to kind of share. I really believe in trying to simplify your jiu-jitsu, but not avoid any techniques. What I mean by that is there's an old school method of thinking that is, I don't want to learn new techniques because I stick to the old school. I think that's foolish. If there are new ways of doing things, you should learn them, okay? Like all sports and art forms and technology, there are advancements over time. And if you're not up to date with them, then you're going to fall behind. And this idea that I just stick to the old way is silly. But the wrong way of embracing new technique is to always be looking for that shiny object, right? Well, what's the new way to like grab the uniform and roll upside down? What's the new method? A intelligent martial artist will connect new ideas with fundamental concepts, right? So I can use this idea with the most advanced guard applications where I twist upside down and I wrap his lapel up and I play with 55 different grips, but I'm still creating angles and pressure. And that's what you need to look for when you learn new techniques, as opposed to trying to memorize all the clutter. There's a lot of new moves out there and learn them all. It's fun and it's great. It makes jiu-jitsu exciting because I've been doing this for 22 years. I'm still learning new stuff. It makes it wonderful. But I don't have as hard of a time learning something new because I can identify these little pieces of the puzzle. Like, oh, okay, I see why that works because the pressure there and the angle there makes sense. Now I just got to learn the little nuance of it. So that's just kind of the lesson of the day that I wanted to share with you guys. As for the solo drill that you can do, it's the same drill you did in the warm-up, but now you have an idea that you can use to connect that drill, right? You already had an idea too, you already had the triangle and you already had the arm bar. Now imagine the posture breaking, right? And offsetting the angle. Like I can go to the back, I can pull the posture down. When you do that, then you have all your different attacks. So that's the main thing I want to teach. What I'd like to do now is open up for any questions. And what I'll try to do, because I don't like to have the classes be too much just me talking and you guys watching. I like to find things we can do. So when there's a question or a drill that we can do is I'll answer the question and then I will try to provide a drill that we can all do as a team. Okay. So let me get this big screen up so I can see everybody. And again, don't be shy. It's your first day. If you've been training for a decade, it's all good. You can ask anything you want. But let's hear a question. I know some of you have been asking questions about the blue belt curriculum, which is great because now is the time where you can just like check these techniques off and be that much more ready for that entire package of information, because that's our first big belt in jiu-jitsu. We have the phases of white belt, and the blue belt is like the one that says like, all right, I'm probably going to go all the way with this. So, but who would like to ask the first question? I see Philip, your hand's by the thing, but I don't know if you're asking a question. No? No questions so far? Okay. Nariam, you're just a shadow right now, buddy. If not, I'm happy to add on to this. Will that work?
Yes, that would work.
Okay, good. Well, let's do that then. And then I see Philip grabbed his blue belt curriculum sheet, so I'm sure he'll have a question for me here. All right, so the so let me add one. Let me just add some more of the pieces. We're talking about like fundamental ideas, and then all the advanced pieces. So another piece of this puzzle for breaking down posture in the closed guard. Okay, so a couple of ways that we can break posture is by controlling their posture, either gripping here, sometimes the head. But if I try to do this to Professor Todd, he's too strong, he's too technical for me to probably just break him straight down because he knows how to set his posture and everything. So instead of trying to break this way, I'm going to do what I talked about by shifting. But here's the thing: if I just shift, he can shift with me rather quickly. So it doesn't really work if I just do that. I've got to be incorporating my grips, right? So here's one that I really like. It's a 2-on-1. Okay, so I like this grip. Call it the pistol grip because you gotta handle like this. Okay, this hand I like to go way up high into the underarm. Okay, and now I lift up. So even if he has a grip on my uniform, as I lift, he doesn't have a real strong grip. And now I'll turn. And it's okay to uncross your feet a little bit there. And I put his hand to the floor and I keep it. See that? And now what I'm doing, I'm pulling my knees into me, like I said, and I'm pushing this away. So as he postures up, not easy at all. And now I can climb around the back like this. And from here, once I have an angle, I'm already looking, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm looking for this lapel to choke, or I'm coming up and now I'm on the back. And from here I can flatten out. And if this is like MMA, this is like about the best position you could ask for, right? In self-defense or anything. So the idea here again is not just breaking posture, but it's threatening all the angles of attack. I want to bring him close to me, so I have options of attacking his arms and neck, or I want to move the arms to the side and move around the body, okay? So the drills we can kind of do are like crunching in, crunching to the side, crunching this way. So we've got a lot of drills like that, but let's do this now, everybody, just for about 1 minute, just with that concept in mind, all right? So everybody's in position. We have our closed guard, right? Like this. So we're not doing a sit up. We're doing a crunch where the objective is to get your hips off the ground, okay? And then when you come in the second time, the objective is to turn your hips out. And then the other time, hips out. So hips off the ground, regular crunch, hips out, hips out. And it's a real slight angle when you do that one. But you're visualizing like, and now some of you are kind of bouncing, right? Let's try not to do the bounce. Let's try to just do the legs. So it won't be a real big motion on this one. And you can even place your hands like you're fighting an invisible person. Like you have the grips, right? And you pull, or you drag, the arm across that way. Let's do this just 30 more seconds. And we're really visualizing creating an offsetting angle to get to the back. Good. Very nice, Nariam. Carlos, I'm sure you're doing it well, but it's hard to tell. It looks good. Good job, LeBlanc family. Nice, Philip. Good. Okay, so one more idea with this. So now, if I have the closed guard, one more time. If I have this position, okay, so we talked about maybe if I'm just like way bigger and stronger, I can just break my partner down, and now I can control here and start to attack. Arms dragging across gives opportunities to take the back. Arms pushed away gives opportunity to attack the neck and the arm, okay? So if you recall the other day, we looked at a self-defense situation where I'm defending a punch. So he kind of put his arms out anyway because he's trying to hit me. And now I have the arms separated. Arms separated, very difficult for the person to find any posture. And no punches either, right? So he tries to posture up. I have my angle here. I can do the scooting again. But there's another way I can attack the arm. You guys know the Kimura, okay? So for the Kimura, what I'll do here is I'm going to deliberately move the arms here. So as he's trying to posture, I kind of keep my elbows here. So we're not really looking at a punching situation. It's more like he wants to get his hands here, and I'm always crunching in. He's trying to put his arms in, I'm crunching it, and then I'm looking to separate the hands, right here. Let's turn this one. Okay. So I'm separating the hand, I'm controlling the wrist. I'm using my crunch power, and my crunch power is like 10 times stronger when he's not putting his hands on me. Okay, eventually he starts to work his way up, but he's really got to force it. And that's where I can come up and attack this, right? So we know the Kimura, but what happens when we go for the Kimura sometimes? We go and they bear hug us way too soon and they flatten us out and we're like, oh man, I can never get this move. I feel like I'm not strong enough. No one's strong enough to get it when they counter, okay? So timing it where you have really strong control, little detail, try to turn the wrist out, okay? I'm holding here, right? And now if I pull him in, I can just get it. But as he postures up, I come up aggressively, not straightforward, but really here. I want my chest to kind of hit his shoulder and I secure. Now, if he postures up, I don't really care. If he pushes me down, even better, because I never allowed that hand to get to a zone of safety. What would be a zone of safety? If he grabbed between his leg, now he can kind of fight. Or if he grabbed around my waist, now he can kind of hang on. But if it's floating out here, and now look, same idea. Move the hips out, create an angle, leg up, and now his arm is bent a little less than 90 degrees, push, and there's my submission. Sometimes they're very, very strong and they straighten the arm. All right, I'll let him get away, pass it over. And now I can start to climb up onto the back. So that Kimura, we call that grip, even if it's the strongest person, they don't just get away. You still create the opportunity to go to the back. And these are kind of introductory level techniques that in my opinion are not, some of them are not used enough at a higher level, right? They should be used by all levels. If I'm a black belt and I'm not threatening a Kimura because I think that, oh, he's probably gonna get away because he can see the move and I'm in a basic position, I'm missing out on opportunities to open up different attacks. So same idea with the hips. Carlos, yes, sir.
I just had a quick question because I'm still working on my core and balance and stuff. So when you go for the back because you couldn't get the Kimura,
yeah.
How do you I feel like you have really good balance. Do you push yourself off the ground to get the back, or how exactly do you leverage yourself to go around the back?
Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of things we can do here, right?
Okay.
So let me go ahead and mute everybody here. Okay, so when part of that is my ability to lift myself on my side, okay? So a drill we do, a drill we do a lot of times in jiu-jitsu, you guys know this, we call it the wave, right? I go shoulder to shoulder, I come up, and I come back. And I'm not rolling, I'm not being real flexible in my neck and spine. I'm being really engaged. So shoulder, lifting. So it's just my shoulder and foot touching. And then the control is here. And then I control my way back. It's somewhat of an advanced movement. But how it applies to this particular drill, let's say I drag the arm here and I want to go to the back. If I can't lift up, I feel very stuck. But if I can lift, see how I'm essentially like lifting my hips up, really engaging. I might even put my arm back here to kind of block the leg. But what I'm doing is sort of a similar position, right? I'm on my shoulder. My foot maybe touching. If I press the side, like disappears, like that way. I'm kind of doing that same position, right? So I am using, like there's a little bit of climbing happening there. They're not always going to, just because you have an angle, doesn't mean they fall into the trap. you have to meet them halfway. Okay, you created a bad angle, but you're not on their back yet. You've got to maintain control and climb. All the drills that we're doing will help with that. Keep doing them. But what you want to do safely, right? Obviously, is test your balance. Honestly, when I started doing yoga, it really helped a lot. I thought it was going to be easy, and then there were like these little ladies in class that were doing things that like balances that I found very challenging because I had not been trained that way. So just for your question, to make it kind of simple, that wave drill, the one I just demonstrated, and another one we can do is just rolling back, but instead of doing a complete roll, let me go here. I'll do it this way. You catch your foot. Now my foot, so it's just my foot and shoulder. And back. And now I can go back. And if I lose my balance, no problem. I just roll through. I can do it again, okay? I'll try it again. So like, if I go and I lose it, no problem, but try to stay on the foot, one shoulder, stretch out, and then see if you can have the control to come back. That took me a while, to kind of get good at that drill. But what you're doing is like, you'll feel like your core muscles are they're engaged, but they're elongating and then crunching to cover space. And that's what you need to do when you're in kind of a match. Like, your core is always working, but sometimes you need to stretch out and sometimes you need to crunch in, but you can't just relax and drop your weight or you lose that connection. So does that kind of answer the question? Awesome. Good. Yeah, good question. Because that actually happens a lot. We learn the move like the arm drag, and then we feel like getting to the back takes forever because we're trying to climb up. And yeah, you've got to lift those hips up off the ground and kind of climb with your legs. So, real good question. A time for maybe one or two more. Who else do we have? Oh, nobody. Philip, I thought you had a Blue Belt curriculum question.
I do. So it's the leg lock section.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen any of the 4 moves that are on there. So I don't know if now's a good time or.
Now's a great time.
All right. So it's those 4: the straight ankle lock, the straight knee bar, toe hold, and heel hook.
Okay. I'm going to run through all 4 real quick,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to really focus on one.
Okay.
In another class, we can go through some more of them, okay? So straight ankle lock. Let me get this screen. Okay. So straight ankle lock. I mean, a lot of these moves can be hit from any position. I'm going to show it from here. Actually, this is probably better. So like a lot of times from passing the guard, like if it's a closed guard and like close the guard, and I kind of come up to break. As I go to pass, this is an opportunity to intercept this leg. Straight ankle lock, the way I like to do it is if I have the gi, I'm going to grab the gi. If it's no gi, I like this kind of figure 4 grip. Okay? Yeah, this is a good angle. But I'm here and here. I want to control both legs, at least at first. And you notice my foot is kind of hooked around his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Hooks here. Because his best counter is to sit up. Oh, yeah. And now I can tuck my ankle away and then I can hyperextend that ankle joint. And if he doesn't get out of this position, it's pretty uncomfortable, right? So that's the straight ankle. That's going to be the one I'm going to focus on the most right now. The toe hold is basically like the Kimura on the leg. See that? Toe hold. And I just bend the leg and I push his toes toward his hips and gets him right there. All right. The knee bar, arm bar on the leg of any version, right? So basically, like I've got his leg. There's different ways I can do it. I like to hold the foot or just go here and finish there. And the heel hook is one that you're not going to do in our gi class. You might do it in the no gi class. It's an advanced technique. And the reason why it's on there so everyone can learn it. It is a technique that is a little riskier in terms of what it can do to the knee. So I want everyone to know it. And then I want everyone to have a lot of respect and be extra careful with it. What I'm doing with the heel hook is I am bending the knee and I am locking my legs over.
Oh, okay.
See that? So what I've done is I've exposed this heel in a way that I can twist it, and it can hurt the ankle, but it can really twist the knee. If the leg comes over, we have the inverted heel hook, which is basically the heel on the outside. See that? And just putting my arm down, I've got them trapped. My knees are squeezed together, and then here I will start to finish this move. What I'll do is I'll lift my hips up, and that's really nasty. So like you want to know them, and for higher level competition where those techniques are allowed, like in IBJJF, like with the gi, those heel hooks are not allowed at all, right? But some tournaments they are, and some guys have aspirations of fighting in mixed martial arts where those are allowed. So they're very valuable to know. But I'm very cautious in making sure I tell everyone, because sometimes we see these on tournament TV, and we're like, and then we get in class, we're like, oh, I'm doing the heel hook. No, you're not, because you can learn them, and there are particular training partners you can certainly train that way with. But be very mindful because it comes on kind of slowly, and it can be a little more dangerous than the other ones, right? Yeah. But the straight ankle lock, you're going to feel that sharp kind of pain right away, and people are going to tap out, and it's relatively, safe. You always, people almost always tapping before anything is going to be sore the next day, right? One more time with that one, just the ankle, the angle of the ankle. So right here, I want to be like a 90 degree, like perpendicular to the leg. A big mistake is just going around here. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm at a 45 degree angle. No, your elbow goes wide and you grip up high. This is how I want to be in this position. And then turn this way a little bit so you can see, right? So, right, yeah. Okay, so right here, and then I really put my chest into it, okay? And I can use this arm for support. He's gonna be fighting and everything. Sometimes he might be like reaching to kind of grab me, whatever, and I wanna keep him away. But then to finish, I might catch him quick here. Many times I have to lean this way so I'm out of his range. You see when he tries to like grab me, I'm kind of far away. I can drop my shoulder and extend, and that gets really tight really fast. You feel the pressure and you tap, and that one is like I said, much safer. It's just a stretch, whereas the other one involves a lot of twisting ligaments. So yeah, really good question. And in another class, we'll dive deeper into the knee bar, because the straight ankle and knee bar, you're going to be using those. The toe hold as well. The heel hook is one you want to learn, but we got to be extra careful. All right. Okay, guys. So we've got time. If anyone has one more question, we're just about out of time. We're going to start the Muay Thai class, but Jennifer, there you are. You were hiding your face the whole time.
I have a question.
Okay.
It's kind of backtracking, but you're talking about twisting kind of your hip to break the posture. But what if they're pinning you? Like how a lot of times they're pinning me like right underneath the armpits, and they're so strong, and I feel like it's really hard for me to break that.
Okay, so you're in the closed guard, but they're pinning you.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, by the way, are you doing the women only class tomorrow at noon?
Are you calling me on the spot like that?
In front of everyone. Okay, I'll take that as a yes. All right. So, real quick, first of all, don't leave your arms like this, where they can play a guard game where you're automatically here. So when he tries to put his hands on me, you're going the other way. If he does happen to get, let's say the grips, pinning the underarms or sometimes the biceps, and it's like you feel like there's no reaching here, what I'll do, since I can't grip here, so hold kind of tight, is I will do like a big bridge up, and I'll reach over. Keep holding really tight, and I'll try to reach over and grab this hand and peel. When I get longer like that, it's harder for him to do that. Also, if I can't quite reach, I can come underneath. Right? And I only need one. Hold this one really tight. If he's holding one tight, it doesn't matter. You can break that one. And now we're back into triangle choke territory. Okay? You won't win that game crunching in and trying to be stronger. Their position is stronger than yours. You have to change the position. So extend and reach over, and you can usually either peel off or pummel underneath. Cool? All right. Thank you, guys. We're going to take a break here. We're going to bow out in class. The Muay Thai class is going to start in a few minutes. Again, remember, tell your friends, tell everybody, send them the link. Women only class tomorrow at noon. Not the whole day. We have a regular 11 o'clock, and we have our 5 and 6 and 7 tomorrow as well. But we're doing a special women only class at noon, and ladies only, you can invite them. And that is it. All right. Let's line up to bow out. All right, team. Another great class in the books. Thank you all for your support. Thanks for showing up. Professor Todd, thank you for the warm-ups and the workouts. And we will see you all for the next class or tomorrow. Ready, steps? Attention. Wow, great. All right, we're going to end this class, and then Muay Thai will start in just a couple of minutes.